What's up guys, welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Today we got a new episode of Travel Rewards Weekly, What's New, where we cover all the things happening in the points and miles space over the last 2 weeks. There's been a ton of news this last 2 weeks, so let's jump in. First things first, we've got a bunch of new sign-up bonuses coming on all different types of hotel cards. First, Marriott, on all of the AmEx cards, they increased their offers, the 2 personal cards and the business card. The one I'm going to point out is the AmEx Marriott Brilliant card. This is their $650 annual fee personal card. Reason why I think the personal offer is the best out of all of them. It is 200,000 Marriott points after $6,000 spent in the first 6 months, and that ends May 13th. Overall, that is a very good offer. The other 2 offers are on the screen now, but I think that offer is a much better offer than those 2, just because Marriott points are flexible versus the free nights and just a lower amount of points. Not to mention the card gives you a lot more value than the Bevy card. So if you are looking at getting a Marriott card, this would be on my list of cards to get. 200,000 points is a lot, plus you're going to get another 12,000 from hitting your minimum spend at least. 212,000 points, depending on where you're staying, could get you 5 nights. It's going to have to be a 50,000 point a night room, but that could be a Le Meridian, that could be somewhere over in Europe, that could easily be somewhere over in Europe for 5 nights in a city. It's not going to be a St. Regis or a Ritz-Carlton, but it's also not going to be a Townie Suites and Spring Hill Suites type hotel. Next up, Hyatt increased the offer on their business card. It is at 80,000 points after $10,000 spent after the first 3 months, and that ends April 30th. It is a good offer, but it is not the best offer. It's got $10,000 in spend, so you're going to get 90,000 points after it, but that's a lot of spend to get 90,000 Hyatt points. If you really want Hyatt points, just get a Sapphire card and do the lesser spend. You'll still have more flexible points. But of course, if you do run a business and you do have a lot of Hyatt hotels is where you stay at, that's your preference, this could be a good opportunity to get some extra spend, extra money, extra points off of employee spend. Last but not least, we've got an IHG business card increased offer. It's a 2-parter. It's 140,000 points and then there are 60,000 points. But to get the total 200,000 points, you need to spend $9,000 in the first 6 months. Comparing this to Hyatt's offer and Marriott's offer, I think this would probably be your better offer than the 2. Reason being, Hyatt only is going to give you 90,000 points. This is going to give you at least 227,000 points because IHG has a 3 point per dollar spent multiplier minimum. The card is also cheaper than both the business cards. To hold, you get a free night on top of that. As far as the Marriott, you get those free night awards, but they're capped at 25,000 points added on, which is not terrible, but I would rather get this because it is more flexible and it doesn't expire. Those free night awards, when you get with the Marriott, they expire 1 year after you earn them. So sometimes that can be tough. Say you're trying to plan a trip for next year's Memorial Day and you just happen to get the card and you hit all the minimum spend 2 nights before Memorial Day. Well, you're not going to be able to use them for Memorial Day next year because you already hit it. So there is a game to play with that. Obviously, you can use it to your advantage, use it to your flexibility. But sometimes things just don't add up and there's a chance that, maybe you weren't thinking of a trip and then you thought of a trip right after you hit the sign-up bonus and it just happens to be out of that time period. Well, you have to figure out something different. But either way, I think any of the card offers that you jump on are going to be good. Now we're going to move on to sign-up bonuses. Now we're going to move on to transfer bonuses. And for transfer bonuses, we have a bunch of new transfer bonuses coming, and they're going to be mostly from Citi. You're going to get a Citi to Virgin Atlantic for 30% up until April 18th, and then you're going to get a Citi to Avianca for 25% up until April 18th as well. You also had Citi devalue some of their transfer partners by 50% for I Preferred Hotels and Wyndham. And then lastly, Bilt actually added Wyndham as a transfer partner. So with all that being said, I think the 2 transfer bonuses are pretty good, 30% and 25%. 25% to Avianca is better than what Amex usually offers, which is 15%. 30% to Virgin Atlantic seems like a standard transfer ratio from any transfer partner to Virgin Atlantic. So if you do happen to have a flight you have to book with either Star Alliance or you're trying to get over to London or Europe with Virgin Atlantic, it would be a good opportunity to transfer some of your Citi points over. Unfortunately though, you are losing some value with I Preferred and Wyndham Rewards, but you actually pick up Wyndham Rewards value if you do have a Bilt card and you do have Bilt points because they added them. And on top of that, for Bilt Rent Day, which is coming up on Wednesday, you're going to get up to 125% transfer bonus from Bilt to Wyndham Rewards as a welcome on to the new partner. It obviously depends on what your status is. Could be a good opportunity. If you can get the 125%, that could be a very good opportunity to get that. It is a 1-to-1 ratio that you start off with, but it is another cool thing to watch out for this week with transfer partners. So moving on to a few other pieces of news. First piece of news we're going to cover, the Amex Gold and Amex Platinum for business, both these for business. They have added a new $300 ChatGPT business credit, which is $25 a month. It's pretty good. I don't know what the exact cost is for the ChatGPT business. It would be great if it's $25 because then that covers your cost, but I'm guessing that you have to pay for the API/keys, and depending on how much you use ChatGPT, you get billed for it. So there is a chance that you might not get a great value out of this, but it is $25 each month. Something to note, something to add on to these cards. Then Amex also launched the Amex Business Graphite card. This is a pretty simple cashback business card. You're going to get unlimited 2% cashback for $295 annual fee. And the sign-up bonus is you're going to earn $1,500 in cashback after $50,000 spent in the first 6 months. There's not many perks to this card. I mean, you get a couple extra bonus points when you book through the travel portal, but I think the biggest appeal to this card would be the 2% unlimited, and it would be for pretty big businesses that just want to set it and forget it. If you spend, say $1 million in business spend a year and you're getting 2% cash back, that's $20,000 you can get back, put it back into the company, put back into whatever you want. $20,000 is a lot. So obviously this is for big spenders because there is that unlimited factor. Of course, you could go to Chase, get the 2% cashback business card that is also just like this, $100 annual fee less, so it's $195, and you get 2.5% cashback on anything that's purchased over $5,000. But this is a new business card from Amex, so it's something to look at. Obviously, I think I would go for the Chase card over this just because you get better value, lesser annual fee. But if you're in the Amex ecosystem and you love Amex, this could be your option for you. And so that wraps everything up this week. Now I want to hear what are your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the business card sign-up bonuses? What are your thoughts on the transfer partners? What are your thoughts on the new Amex Graphite card? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you could hit that like and subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.